Hey everyone, welcome back to our channel. If you're new here, please subscribe. I'd really love that. If you're returning, how you doing today? So, before we get started, grab your coffee, maybe some chocolate, because you just never know with me. So, there's a few things that we're going to be going over today, okay? And, some of these, I don't know if you've heard about. Some of these were sent to me last night while we were doing live. So I want to go over these because they were obviously extremely important to you guys. So I want to address them today. Okay. Last night's live got a little cray-cray. All right. And I want to apologize because, that's not me to go off like that. So I apologize. All right. It's just, the military and the state of our country is a very sensitive subject with me. And, and it's not just because Andrew is a Marine. Okay. There's a whole bunch of things. Okay. And I don't want to get into it because I don't want to cry and I don't want to get upset. So we'll just leave it at that. Okay. So, a few of these articles were actually sent to me by Mawberry, and you guys know who she is. Okay. This actually has to do with a virus called the Joker. And this will affect Android devices. And I know a lot of us have Android devices, whether it's your phone, your tablet, okay, whatever the case may be. Does it affect Apple? I'm not quite sure. So I'm going to read the article. You know me. I'll always leave links into the description box below so you guys can have your references. Okay, just make sure you check all your devices because you don't know what's going to get compromised and you don't want anything to get compromised, especially if you do any banking on your devices, like you're checking your statements or whatever the case may be, especially when it comes to your credit cards and stuff like that. Okay, so just be careful at all times. Okay, so the Belgian police warned about the return of the Joker virus. Now, I didn't even know this even existed in the past, but apparently it did. But this is the return of and they put it like this, the Joker virus, okay, which attacks Android devices and hides itself in various applications on the Google Play Store. Okay, so you know that when you have an Android device, okay, whether you play a game or you got to get, an app for your bank or an app for your credit card or whatever, everything's going to come through the Google Play Store. So this malware is capable of subscribing the user to payment services without their authorization and emptying their bank accounts without them noticing. So this malicious program has been detected in 8 Play Store applications that Google has suppressed, saying, and the Belgian authorities in a statement published this on their website on Friday. So that's good and all, but how many people has this affected already, and can they get their money back in their banks? That's the question here, right? And this Joker malware became famous in 2017 for infecting and robbing its victims by hiding in different applications. And since then, the Google Play Store defense systems have removed about 1,700 apps with the Joker malware before they were downloaded by users. So that's great, but this thing has returned. Okay. So, in September of 2020, the Joker virus was found in 24 Android applications that registered more than 500,000 downloads. So 500,000 people were affected already. And this happened before it was removed. It is estimated that time it affected more than 30 countries, including the United States, Brazil, and Spain. Through unauthorized subscriptions, hackers could steal up to $7, about 140 Mexican pesos, per subscription weekly, a figure that has most likely increased in recent months. And the Joker Trojan virus belongs to a family of malware known as Bread, whose objective is to hack cell phone bills and authorize operations without the user's consent. And researchers from cybersecurity company Quick Heal Security Lab, cited in the statement, explain that this virus can enter text messages, contacts, and other information on the infected smartphone. Yeah. And what makes this malware more dangerous is its ability to subscribe the affected Android users to paid services, usually premium or the most expensive version without their prior authorization. And in the beginning, apps infected with the Joker or other malware from this family carried out fraud via SMS, like that's through text message, but then began to attack online payments. These two techniques take advantage of the integration of telephone operators with vendors to facilitate the payment of services with the mobile bill. Both require verification of the device, but not the user. Thus, they manage to automate payments without requiring any user interaction. So, on this occasion, the harmful applications that Google Play Store eliminated after detecting the Joker virus was Auxiliary Message, Element Scanner, Fast Magic SMS, Free Cam Scanner, Go Messages, Super Message, Super SMS, and Travel Wallpapers. So then the cybersecurity company Zscaler, cited by La Razón, darn it, sorry, I couldn't stop the camera. I'm sorry. Made public the names of 16 other apps that, according to their analysis, also contain this malicious code: Private SMS, Hummingbird PDF Converter Photo to PDF, Style Photo Collage, Talent Photo Editor Blur Focus, Paper Doc Scanner, All Good PDF Scanner, Care Message, Part Message, Blue Scanner, Direct Messenger, One Sentence Translator, Multifunctional Translator, Mint Leaf Message, your private message, Unique Keyboard, fancy fonts and free emoticons, Tangram App Lock, Desire Translate, and Meticulous Scanner. So there's that. And then there's this. So this is something else about hacking, but it has to do with your crypto wallets. And I know a lot of people keep asking about cryptocurrency and Bitcoin and stuff, right? But you just got to be careful because you just never know. Like Trish says, if it's not in your hand, do you actually own it? I mean, seriously. So an increasing number of users of the highly popular cryptocurrency and exchange Coinbase have found their accounts on the platform empty after hackers managed to gain access to them and drain their cryptocurrency wallets. According to a new report from CNBC, the news outlet interviewed Coinbase customers across the U.S. to discover thousands of customer complaints. For instance, one couple logged onto their service to discover $168,000 in cryptocurrency had vanished after hackers were able to take over their account. To add insult to injury, the couple was unable to reach Coinbase for support after the incident occurred. While banks now employ live chat as well as email and telephones to provide customer support, the popular cryptocurrency company only responds to customers via email. Although Coinbase did originally offer live chat for support, the feature was phased out around 2016, though according to a recent blog post, it plans to re-add live chat to its platform, and additionally, Coinbase plans to continue to expand its customer support team to better serve its customers. Now, if money is accidentally transferred out of your bank account to another account, you can easily call your bank to have the transaction reversed. However, the same can't be said for cryptocurrency. Once it's transferred off an exchange to a bank, there's no way to recover those lost funds. While using two-factor authentication and a password manager can help secure your crypto accounts, cyber criminals have begun using SIM swapping, and that's SIM, swapping as a means to take over accounts. For those unfamiliar with not swim, just keep swimming. SIM swapping involves cyber criminal taking control over a victim's phone and their SIM card through their mobile carrier. From here, they can intercept 2FA codes sent via text messages to take over a victim's other online accounts. Now, these hacked Coinbase accounts are then sold on the dark web for anywhere between $100 and $150, according to Etay Mayor, and that's ETAY and then MAOR from Cato Networks, who spoke with MSNBC. So for this reason, if you don't plan on exchanging your crypto for cash anytime soon, it's recommended that you store your cryptocurrency in a hardware wallet like the Ledger Nano X or the Trezor Model T instead of leaving it on a cryptocurrency exchange. This way, hackers won't be able to steal your cryptocurrency without first breaking into your home or apartment. So it's just, these shite heads, they figure out a way for everything, do they not? It's like, So then, we're not done. When are we ever done, So then this was sent to me, okay? Have you ever heard of the fast food restaurant called Bojangles? We don't have them around here, but I have heard of them. So Charlotte, North Carolina-based Bojangles chain of restaurants said it will close all of its company-owned establishments on 2 upcoming days. Nice, Stormy Bug. The company based in Charlotte is portraying the closure as a chance to provide its thousands of employees as a well-deserved break. But Bojangles employees will not get paid for those days off. People are having a hard enough time now paying their rent, their mortgages, their utility bills, putting food on the table. But you're giving them a well-deserved break and not paying for. I said the same thing, Stormy Bug. Hi, thank you. Bojangles overall has approximately 760 system-wide restaurants in 14 states, but the closure will only impact company-owned eateries. In a statement, the chicken and biscuit chain encouraged its thousands of employees to use the upcoming closures on August 30th and September 13th for an opportunity to rest and recharge. The statement, how you doing? From the company said the closing would allow about 8,000 crew members and managers to take days off. Responding to the subsequent questions to the Associated Press, a company spokesperson said many staff have been working overtime lately, and the company would offer employees opportunity to work additional hours if they chose. And North Carolina locations are closing, including Aberdeen, 21 in Charlotte, 7 in Fayetteville, 10 in Greensboro, 2 in Hope Mills, 9 in Winston-Salem, and 1 in Rayford. So, yeah. We're going to give you the day off so you can rest and relax. But we're not paying you, so you're really not resting, relaxing, because your mind is going to be going, and you're going to have anxiety attacks because you're not going to be able to pay your bills. Have fun! So, I don't know. I really don't. On to this one. I know the video is getting a little long, but it's important. So, federal authorities have been granted extraordinary new online account takeover powers after controversial legislation designed to tackle serious criminal activity on the internet passed Parliament. So this is obviously not here, okay? But hang on. The Surveillance Legislation Amendment, Identify and Disrupt Bill 2020, was signed off by the Senate on Wednesday morning after clearing the House of Representatives with 60 amendments on Tuesday night. The bill grants the Australian Federal Police and Australian Criminal Intelligence Commission new powers to combat serious crime enabled by anonymizing technology using 3 new warrants: network activity, data disruption, and account takeover. With the warrants, both agencies can take control of a person's online account to gather evidence about serious offenses without consent, as well as add, copy, delete, or alter material to disrupt criminal activity and collect intelligence from online networks. Passage of the bill was recommended by the Parliament Joint Committee on Intelligence and Security earlier this month, alongside 33 changes that sought to limit the potential use of the bill and improve oversight. Amendments of the bill brought by the government on Tuesday and supported by Labor addressed 23 of the 33 recommendations made by PJCIS, including reviews by the Independent National Security Legislation Monitor and the PJCIS. The issuing criteria for warrants was strengthened with the bill now stipulating that they would be reasonably necessary and proportionate, rather than simply justified and proportionate. These are significant recommendations made in a bipartisan fashion by the BJCIS, and I am pleased that the government has taken them up in a form of legislative amendments to this bill. A further 4 PJCIS recommendations, including one that goes to the definition of a serious offense, have also been accepted by the government, will be incorporated into the overhaul of electronic surveillance laws prompted by the Richardson Review. Angel face. Chaos, I tell you. So, as part of its response to the review released in December, the government agreed to replace legislation governing the use of computer access and surveillance devices powers with a single Electronic Surveillance Act. Recommendations were rejected, including oversight be expanded to cover the use of the new powers, and that the Inspector General of Intelligence and Security's oversight be expanded to the intelligence function of the AFP. The Intelligence and Security Committee heard concerns from experts that this is too broad of a focus for these powers and encompass too many minor offenses. And that's why Labor added additional comments to see what this bill is tied to serious offenses. It would be important constraint on the use of these new warrant powers, and it would limit the application to these offenses that carry a maximum of at least 7 years in jail and other specified offenses. What the heck? However, I do note that the government is processing the recommendations of the Richardson Review, and this will go some way to addressing this concern. Further amendments to this bill brought by the Greens and Independent Senator Rex Patrick on Wednesday were rejected. Green Senator Lydia Thorpe described the bill as terribly flawed and problematic, cited comments in the Richardson Review that existing powers were adequate, and criticized the lack of time to consider the government's amendments. All right. I'm not going to even take that any farther. I'm really not. You can read that. So that's all for this video, guys. All right. I love you. I'll see you in the next one. You stay safe. You stay positive. You keep prepping. And as always, fear less.